Hey folks, this is Dino back to you again with another video, and this is going to be a very, very interesting article that I came across. So, this article comes from the businessinsider.com. More and more Americans don't want electric cars. Mm, you mean Americans don't want to deal with electric cars? I wonder why that is. What could possibly be happening for people not to want to deal with electric cars? I wonder what's going on. Let's dive into this one, y'all. Battery powered cars seem like the next big thing, but a growing portion of America aren't willing to give it up international combustion. The percentage of Americans who say they are very unlikely to buy an electric vehicle as their next car is growing, according to J.D. Power, which kept close tabs on the consumer sentiment around the EV in J.D. Power survey. The EV skeptic contingent has steadily grown from 17.8% to 21% of respondents between January and March. Really? I wonder what's causing people not to want to buy these cars. Let's continue reading. The share of consumers on the opposite end of the spectrum, those very likely to go electric, has stayed mostly flat this year, most recently measured at 26.9%. The top line metric on overall EV market share, availability, and the affordable have been on a long-term upward trend. The market research firm said that beneath those headline numbers we're all started to see some consumer behavior that suggests a possibility bifurcation of the automotive marketplace. Some potential car buyers are getting more admit about not wanting an EV during the transformative and the circle time for auto business car makers who didn't pay all that much attention to the EV technology in years past, dumping billions into development, clear, clear car, yeah, dumping billions into development cleanless cars. That in part due to the tightening of environmental regulation around the globe. Plus, they seen the success of Tesla, now the world's most valuable car market by the market capitalization, and they are now one in on the EV part, excuse me. But for that happening, automaker needs to convince shoppers to embrace a new and unfamiliar technology, as J.D. Power research shows that easier said than done. While interest in the EV is growing, EV market share shot up from 2.6% in February of 2020 to 8.5% in February of 2023. There are still a lot of sticking points keep buyers from considering a Tesla or the lights. Why they incense like that? Okay. Higher purchase prices and the lack of charging station were the uh, mostly reason for not wanting an EV, followed by the limit of driving range and time required to charge. Respondents were also concerned about EV performance, extreme temperature, cost of ownership, lack of repair shop, reliability, and power out. outage. Interestingly, it isn't just weird old folks who are skewing the numbers. Okay, they ain't had to say that. While the majority of boomers and pre-boomer aren't considering EV, 32%, and Gen Z shoppers also told JD Power they will whether someone like or very unlikely to buy EV. You know, I know something about this article. Even though it's kind of difficult for me to read at times based on the way they voted. They mentioned about the cost, a little bit of battery outage and everything. But you notice, I love the fact this article never talk about the the majority of the reason why people don't want to buy no EV car. I know so they didn't mention mention all the recalls that be going on with this car, including the EV car. They didn't mention that. They didn't mention that at all. But I expect that though. Do what they love to do. Avoid a real problem. Now some of that was mentioned in this article, yeah, though are part of the problem, but in my opinion, they are not the main problem why people want to buy no electric car. Number one, the EV car fires are more. It takes more work to put away the EV car fire than a gas car fire. Number two, these EV electric vehicles done got them cost so much to it is becoming a dangerous thing at this point. Number two, going online with the recall that's going on, look at the magnitude of the problem that's been coming out of having a electric car. So no, people are naturally going to feel like it's not worth it. But I notice how this article uh, blatantly overlooks some things, but it's to be expected. But y'all let me know about what y'all feel about this article, and I'll see y'all in my next one.